Hey guys, welcome back. So today's video is going to be an updated video of my favorite, most worn shoes that are comfy if you have a wider foot. So just for reference, my foot is slightly wide. I usually take a size 9 US women's or a size 40 Euro. So just keep that in mind. I've said this before, I really have no idea why companies make shoes the shape that they are. They're not even the shape of a foot for the most part. I know the struggle is very hard to find shoes that fit wide in the toe box, so these are definitely my most worn shoes, and you can check out my other videos I've made in the past. I have a few other options in there as well. So first up, my most worn running shoe is the New Balance 530. So just to prove that I really like them, I have this color, this color, this color, and this one, and I used to have black as well. So my most worn are definitely these classic ones. They're kind of like a classic dad shoe. So this model of New Balance is unisex. So usually when they do that, the sizing on the actual shoe is actually in men's sizing, but male, female can wear it, whoever. So in men's, I wear the size 7.5 US, which equates to a woman's size 9. On the tag though, it'll say 40.5 Euro. But this fits more like a 40 Euro in my opinion. So to get your true size in this, take your women's size. So I'm a 9 US minus 1.5 sizes. So I am a 7.5 US in this shoe. So the great thing is when you find a unisex model of shoes, they typically come in a D width, which is considered a woman's wide width, or for men, I believe that's just their standard width. So this colorway is definitely my most worn. This was the original pair of these I got. For some reason, I feel it fits a little bit wider than the other colors. I actually sold my black pair like this because I found the black was a lot more narrow in the toe box. Sometimes I find that with other things too, even if you get a black pair of pants, sometimes it fits a little bit tighter than as opposed to another color in that same model. So these were definitely my most worn. And then I would say after that, I believe I got this color at Aritzia. And then this I think I got at Browns. I really like this one as well. And then this one I haven't really worn. I think I wore it a couple times. I'm just kind of saving it just for when these ones wear out. And what I like about this one, it's a little bit hard to tell, but the laces it came with were actually a cream color. And then it also came with an additional pair of white ones. So it just means you can kind of keep them looking crisp for a little bit longer. But these are definitely amazing. They're very affordable. They're around $130 Canadian. I think this would make a great present for male or female. So another pair of New Balance shoes I got recently were these ones. These ones are actually men's ones. So these ones are called the 608 V5 in chocolate brown, and I ordered the size 7 in men's. And that's because I ordered the wide version. These, I believe, come in a standard width, wide, and extra wide. So the reason I got these, and I know people might not really think these are the most flattering shoe, I got it more as a hiking or walking shoe for fall or winter when it's a little bit muddy out. I noticed, because often I would put the white ones on and they get a little bit dirty, so I just wanted one that was a darker color. I also think right now that hiking shoe aesthetic is a little bit more popular. Like a lot of people are wearing those Solomon shoes. So you can see the toe box is definitely wider. These are extremely comfy. Again, you know, I know they're not the most attractive looking shoe, but they are super comfy. You can see they're very flat at the bottom, so they're great for walking, and they're definitely bendy in the toe, which is great. So for me, I had to go down 2 sizes from my woman's size for the correct size in this. Next up, if you're looking for a proper running shoe, I would really recommend, these are from Topo Athletic. These are called their Fli-Lyte shoe. Again, I must really like them because I bought myself a second pair. So originally I got this pair. I got it at a running shoe store, and a man there that was helping me, he had problems with his feet as well, and he was saying he runs marathons and this was his favorite shoe. So I got this one on sale. So what you can see when you look at this shoe has an anatomical toe box, which why are not all running shoes made like that? This, I believe this company was designed by a runner himself, just to prevent your toes from getting banged up when you're doing long distance runs. I am by no means a runner. I'm more of a jogger when I do that. but these are great. They're really comfy. Again, they don't hurt your toes. They're just amazing. So I got this color. It was on sale. They didn't have any other colors. So I was keeping an eye out. I really wanted a black and white pair that are just a little bit more universal. You can definitely wear these to the gym, but I personally like to wear barefoot shoes to the gym if I'm weightlifting. But this would be great if you're doing any sort of class that involves like bouncing around on your toes, like kickboxing or even maybe like a step class, anything like that. I think this would be a good shoe. So I was really happy I got the black and white pair. These definitely run true to size. Let me just double check. Yeah, I got the size 9 US. They fit true to size. They're great, and often with these, I wear toe socks. So next up, let's move to some summery shoes. So before this summer, I actually did not own any high-end designer shoes just because they usually don't fit wider feet. So I did pick up a pair of these Celine sandals. These are the Leo scratch sandals. These are amazing. I know they're expensive. You obviously don't have to get the Celine ones, but I just want to show you this type of shoe will definitely work if you have wider feet. What's great about these is that you can adjust the width there and there. So it's a customized fit. The leather back here is super smooth. These were amazing. I wore these honestly almost every day this summer. They're very sturdy. They were great when we went to California because I felt like it was a type of shoe, you know, it was casual enough for day, but there I found even if you would go to a nice restaurant at night, people didn't dress up like super dressy, so you could get away with wearing this. So really in my bag for that trip, I could have just had this and a pair of running shoes and we were great. Even though these were expensive, just this summer, I definitely got my money's worth out of them. I would highly recommend these. I feel that they will probably continuously make a shoe similar to this just because I noticed this exact same sole was on a lot of their shoes, men's and women's. When you're walking with it, it feels nice and sturdy and my feet never got tired. And anytime I would put these on, I would walk over 10,000 steps. So I'd get all my steps in for the day and my feet never really hurt, which I was very surprised about because it is a very thick sole, but I could not recommend these enough. They do have different variations of these. So these were the ones, I've tried on a few different ones in the store, but these were my favorite by far. A few other pairs of shoes I got, which unfortunately they're packed away in a storage bin just because they were summery shoes. So they're a little bit hard to get at right now. But I did show these in a previous video. I got these in an Essence sale. These are from Phillip Lim and they were a satin mule sandal. Originally the price was a little bit pricey, but I got them on a major discount. So these are great for wide feet because the satin lining around the outside, it really kind of molds and conforms to your foot. The only thing I will caution about this is the heel is very narrow. So if you're not good on walking on something like that, maybe skip this. But you could look for a mule that has maybe a satiny or fabric covering. I found it was a lot more forgiving than say like a leather or another stiffer material shoe. And with the Phillip Lim, they fit true to size. I got a size 40 and they fit perfectly. So this sandal I got on sale from TNT is by A.Emery, size 40, so it runs true to size. And I wanted to show this because this is a great shoe if you have wide feet because you can really customize how you tie it up. So it has that little thong there, so your toes go between there, and then you can really tie it however wide your foot is, right? So if it's wider there or wherever, this is a great customizable shoe. The straps are very long, so no matter what the size of your ankle, you can wrap these around a few times. So yeah, it's a great shoe. And if you've never heard of this brand, there's many that I like. This is the only one that I've ever owned though, but I believe they do fit true to size. I also got these Caverley shoes and I found they're very comfortable on my feet. That style of shoe I find works well for me. So I know cowboy boots are very trendy again right now. My suggestion would be if you can go to a vintage store and get men's cowboy boots that are broken in a little bit. They fit a little bit wider in the toe box and they're super comfy. If you're here in Toronto, they have lots of cowboy boots in Kensington Market, and there's a store on Queen Street called Flashback Vintage. I believe that's the name of the place, and they have lots of cowboy boots as well. I also wanted to mention this pair of shoes that I did own, the Adidas Astir shoes. I just found them actually a little bit loose for my foot, but they're very good if you have wide feet. Again, like a lot of Adidas, Yeezy shoes, they're great for wide feet. And these did fit true to size. I got the size 9. Honestly, I just felt they were a little bit loose around my foot, so I ended up selling them, but this would be a great option. And they come in a lot of different colors, and often they go on sale. Another higher end shoe that I recently got is this derby shoe from Marsell. So I mentioned in another video, I got this from Essence. My fiance turned me onto this brand. It's beautiful quality. They are quite expensive. This particular model was more reasonable though, but they are known for a very exaggerated sole and toe. And when you look, you can tell it's definitely a wider fit shoe. And I kind of like that more like masculine, menswear inspired type of look for a lot of things actually. They do, for whatever reason, they fit true to size in my opinion. They kind of do make your feet look a little bit bigger than normal just because it's exaggerated, but this silhouette is a brand, if you know, you know. These are very comfy. I was a little bit nervous because they're patent leather, but even the first time I wore them, they were super comfy. They didn't really even take any breaking in. They are handcrafted in Italy. They're very comparable to say like a Prada shoe, or actually to be honest, these even seem better quality. This is a great brand if you're not aware of it, and they sell it on Essence, and often it does go on sale. So last year I tried on so many winter boots, and you would think due to it being a winter boot, that would be the one shoe that they make wide. No. Lots fit very narrow. I was really shocked by that. That's the one thing you can make wide, and it won't really necessarily look too wide because it's a winter boot. But I would say definitely the most comfy for walking is the Feelgrounds Patrol Light boot. It's insulated, so it's very warm. I take a size 40 in these. I would say compared to their other shoes, these fit a little bit generous, which is good because you can wear a thicker sock if you like. All of their shoes are barefoot shoes. The reason I'm not including all their other shoes in this video, which I love all of those would be my top recommendations for wide feet, is just because I've made dedicated videos about them in the past. So the sole is very bendy, which is great. All their shoes come with an anatomical toe box. They fit true to size. This is great. And it definitely has some grip. You can even tell just when you go like that. It's very grippy, and it has a 0 drop. All of their shoes do. So this would be my top recommendation if you like to do a lot of walking in the winter. And then next up, I recently made a video about Uggs. I showed one additional pair. You can go watch that video. They were the black platform ones. I'll just show you a couple other pairs. So this is a shorter one. This is the taller one. So I mentioned in that other video, you can actually roll the top of the taller ones down, and then it makes it about the same height as this. So really, if you can only afford to invest in one, you might want to get the taller version. If you get this taller boot in this color, the inside is white, so that would be visible. So it's just something to note. So these are great for wide feet. You can see it's a very round shaped toe. I say with these, everybody is a little bit different. How you are supposed to wear these, you're supposed to wear these with bare feet, and your feet will not get cold if you don't wear socks. This is how they're intended to be worn. When you first get them, they might feel a little bit snug, but keep wearing them with your bare feet, and the inside sheepskin, it really molds to your feet. So they're really, really comfy. I find these much comfier with bare feet than with socks. I actually don't like wearing socks with Uggs at all. And because I wear these with bare feet, I go down one size. So I always get a size 8 in Uggs. Often on websites, it will say get your true size or Uggs fit small. I totally disagree. I have to always go down one full size. Unfortunately, I don't think they make half sizes in these models. So just keep that in mind. But if you're somebody that you do want to wear thick socks, stick with your true size, but I think they might be a little bit too big. If you intend to wear them with bare feet, which is kind of what you're supposed to do, I would recommend going down one full size. Don't worry at the beginning if they feel a little bit snug. Definitely all the material inside, it will smush down. The final winter boot I wanted to mention, I have mentioned this one before, but not a lot of people know about this brand, is this one. It's the Eel Jacobson. I hope I'm pronouncing this properly. So this is a rubber boot, but it is insulated. So in this one, I have to go down one size. So I got a 39. These are handmade in Denmark. I got these so many years ago from my mom, and this is something I probably wouldn't have bought for myself, but I'm so glad I got it as a gift. I love these. These are so warm. Again, you can wear them with socks or even bare feet. Your feet will never get cold. These are great, especially if you live in a city where there's tons of slush, like when you step off the sidewalk, you know, there's that much of your foot goes underwater. These are amazing. You almost feel like a little bit of a kid when you wear these. You can jump through the puddles again, and like never have I even got like a drop of water on my foot wearing these. These are amazing. Why I would recommend these as opposed to a hunter rubber boot, which I did own a long time ago. So hunter rubber boots are very snug around the calf. If you have thicker legs, they will not work for you, and they're very rigid. You're almost walking like a tin soldier. These are really nice and smushy, so I find when you're walking, it really bends. They're very comfy. So the great thing about these is because you can lace them up the front, you can really make them a lot wider, which is great if you have thicker legs, you're wearing snow pants, leg warmers, really thick socks, even like a bulky pant or jean, like a baggy trouser will fit in here. Whereas I found when I had the hunter rubber boots, I could only wear leggings. Otherwise, my legs are just too big. They didn't really fit in them properly, so I ended up selling them. So these are great. I can't believe how warm they are. I think my mom also got me an extra, like an insulated thing that you can put in, but I've never had to use them. These are so warm, and I've had them for so many years. They're still perfect condition, and I really like the green color. Usually I wear a lot of black, and I just find it looks really nice. So as I mentioned, these do fit a little bit big, so whatever your typical Euro size is, go down one full size. And just in closing, I wanted to mention a type of shoe that I think would be great for wide feet, but I don't currently own it. I just don't really know if this type of shoe suits my body type, but it's a shoe that looks like this. It's like a Mule or a Birkenstock Boston clog. Actually, when I was at Nordstrom the other day, a lady was trying on all black. I believe they were Birkenstock, the Boston clogs. They looked really nice on her, so it kind of changed my opinion about them, but they are definitely more of an anatomical toe, so I think those would be good. I know with Birkenstock, in the past I've tried them on and I feel like the sizing was a little bit off, so I would probably for that caution try it on in store. Unfortunately, I don't own a pair, so I can't tell you how they fit. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and if you have any recommendations for your favorite shoes that are comfy for wide feet, leave it in the comments below. It will really help everyone out.